All right, so let's talk about Gary Vee because this guy's been the OG. I mean, most people don't last in the space for, weeks, even months. And here is a guy who's just stayed relevant for 20 plus, years and more now. What sets Gary Vee apart from everyone else?
So, like they say, don't meet your heroes, you'll be disappointed. And not once, he's always sort of up the bar for me in my head. Not because, and he doesn't even try. But I think every human being is a little bit hypocritical. Sometimes you just say karna chahiye in present tense, but when you're on the path, but you still say it so you can be seen. But this guy is fearless and he wants to say what he wants to say. And so I just found that he is real and he genuinely likes human beings. And he likes to do things around human beings. And he doesn't work for money, contrary to what people think. So his superpower is people love him. And when people love you, can't make people love you. You have to love them. And then some people may love you back. So he loves thousands of people through his content. He koi garage se bhi, and then BTR stuff. Zero paise banne wale hain. But youngsters, uski audios ban jayegi. They will love him when they grow up. They'll do anything from him. Today he wants a team member to work. The best talent in the world wants to work with him. So he knows how to give love to get love back in the genuine sense of the word. And then positively leverages to create a business of people with names that are all their facts.
And he's really genuinely hustled, right? I think I came across an episode of Konam where he was, talking about his wine and the wine business, and he's, licking stones.
Yeah.
He's eating dirt, right? And then he puts a sock in his mouth. I mean, when you go back and you think about that, the stuff that this guy has done, it's just insane.
Yeah. No, he's can be early movers. I mean, that title goes only to him. Early mover by far.
And I loved Day Trading Attraction when it came out. I'm like, Gary Vee writing about the stock market. But now it was, of course, All Things Digital. And that's a book which I've given a copy to everyone on my team.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you gotta just read this. I see ways. And truly. And I think and you mentioned something very important, which is authenticity and trust. And I think that is something that even your brand is synonymous with. Because never have I heard people come on and say, yaar, abhi nahi humko lapeta hai. I think you're very clear the fact that when you aren't able to help someone and you know that this is something that you won't be able to do, you're pretty upfront with them and brutal and say, hey, listen, this is not a good fit, right?
See, honestly, again, like as I keep mentioning my parents, and I've learned this from Divya because she, according to me, according to data, whatever, many other things, she's the number one lawyer in her field and she's done zero marketing. You can't find her on social media. Because she just believed that you take care of your customers. And for her to take care of her customers, what I've learned from her is, she said no to 80%, where she feels that either there would be a little bit less chance of she helping them. Right. She said no. So 80% of the people she said no to. So I learned that from her. That just to have a good night's sleep, you have to know exactly who you can help. So yeah, so I tell her that this whole credit goes to you for making me a fearless entrepreneur. And that's what I teach people also. Then your coaching model. But उसके लिए पहले alignment ढूंढनी पड़ती है. You can't just say yes or no to a person based on price. You say based on first alignment, and then एक बार alignment होती है, people will create the money to come and pay you.
Of that. Yeah, super. And hence I understand why we both married to super women.
Exact, 100%.
So tell me about, when agency founders are really coming to you and they're trying to figure out their models, and sometimes there's this big debate between, should I be looking at a retainer or should I be going on an hourly basis? I mean, what's your advice been?
So for both, I had agency founders is one thing that I launched last year. But for agency founders and coaches, my message to both are, these conversations come much later. First, you understand the industry in which you know how to create multiples of the revenue that the person is paying you. So for example, if it's a hotel, so hotel has four things: rooms, F&B, banquets, and spa. So for example, you go to a hotelier who has 100 rooms, right, and you say that I've seen you always have 80% occupants, which means you should have 20 rooms every day vacant. Right. And what if with ads I can help you fill 5 rooms? Every room is $200. Average length of stay is 3. So I'm good. So it's $200 into 3, $600 per room. Right. Into 5 rows. So it's 30,000 per day into 30. So 10 lakh business. Then you have a banquet which does 70% occupancy. Right. Weekdays pe khali hota hai. What if I'm able to get 2 small 100 people shadis on every weekday, which is 25 lakhs each, so 50 lakhs a week, 2 crore ki shadi ho jayegi. वैसे ही restaurant में I'll get you 3-5 extra tables every day for 5,000 each. Plus I'll give you 2 spa bookings a day, whatever you can with your market buyer. The total is 3 crores of business, for example, I can give you. I'll take 5%. Then once you know how much you can give to that person, like in Excel, you can say, मैं आपको इतना improve कर. But most people don't know how to read the potential or the left opportunity or the money on the table that the person is leaving. So they're not able to give them a co-related value opportunity. बिजनेस में क्या चल रहा है, वो कह रहे हैं आपके 25 सोशल मीडिया के पोस्ट कर दूंगा, अचानक की वीडियो बना दूंगा. So they do commodity based selling, and commodity based selling is a price war, which is a race to the bottom. So the number one thing is you understand the industry that you're trying to impact. उस industry में उसका you should be able to read what I call the money map. If you can understand the money map, reverse engineer and charge a retainer only, or retainer plus profit, or only percentage, depending on how confident you feel about the egos.
Interesting. And yeah, I think that's cool that you have, a stake in the game, and the person on the other side feels that, you're invested as well.